Good afternoon, students. In today's video class, I will be teaching you second part of the chapter Lost Spring. In the first part, I taught you about Sahib Alam, who was a rag picker. The subtitle of first part was Sometimes I Find a Rupee in Garbage. And the subtitle of today's class is I Want to Be a Motor Mechanic. Unlike Sahib, Mukesh is a boy of different dream. Why I call him a boy of different dream? Because he is son of bangle maker. His father is a bangle maker. Not only his father, but a line of his clan, his forefather, means the grandfather and uncles, etc. All are bangle makers. But Mukesh thinks differently. He doesn't want to be a bangle maker. He wants to be a motor mechanic. When he came in contact with the writer, he requested her, please ma'am, come to my house. And Madam Writer is willing to visit his house. When she goes there, she finds the locality, dirty locality, people coexisting with animals, small houses. The condition of house was not good. The house of Mukesh was little bit better than the house of others. Other people living in Firozabad cannot afford even a small cottage type house. But anyhow, Mukesh's father was able to build one for his family members. When the writer goes there, she finds a young woman cooking food. Her eyes are filled with tears because she is cooking food, burning coals or firewoods, and in the smoke of that burning, tears falling from her eyes. It is the custom of the family that when elderly people enter the house, the bahu of the house or the young lady of the house has to come in well. She goes behind a broken wall and there she puts veil on her face. Mukesh talks to the writer and he insists that he will not be a bangle maker, he will be a motor mechanic. Writer asks, how will you become a motor mechanic? He replies he will go to garage and there he will learn how to drive a car, how to be a motor mechanic. Writer feels little bit happier because he has seen no one else doing other business in his locality, and at least he has thought of becoming a motor mechanic. So that is the good idea. The writer meets family member of him. She talks to the elderly woman and she simply believes that it is his karma, it is the destiny. They are born in the clan, they are born in the caste which only know how to build, how to make bangles for others, and it is their destiny that they should continue making bangles only. Elderly people of the house, like Mukesh's grandfather and others, lose their eyesight. They don't know that little children should not work in a factory, Bengal factory, because working in that factory could affect them adversely. They can lose their eyesight, they can means become seriously ill, but they don't have idea, they don't know that is illegal. Their family continue working as bangle makers in the locality. People continue working as bangle makers. They have not more than filling their belly. They work from dawn to dusk, from morning to evening. The same work is to be done by them, but they cannot build one house for them. The writer talks to a group of laborers, group of bangle makers, and suggests them why not they form a group or association of laborers. They fear and they tell the writer, if they if they form an association, police force will come and they will hold them up, beat them up, and they will be booked, they will be punished for raising their voice. They have not to do that. Middle men, sahukars and others have formed a trap. They trap their forefathers, then fathers, and now their eyes are on the little children like Mukesh. They want them to work in the factories. They continue working, but they don't get much benefit, and as a result, they fall in problems. It is the thinking of sahukars and other middlemen. Poor bangle makers suffer a lot. Writer feels that it is the tradition, it is the custom, it is the blot of caste system that never allow them to come out of that barrier, come out of that limitation. But she is happy on the other part to see some person like Mukesh who doesn't want to continue the profession of his parents. He wants to continue. He never wants to continue the profession of his father. He wants to be a motor mechanic. He thinks differently, and that will surely change his life. The writer meets an elderly woman in the house, and one very young girl whose name was Svita. She was sitting with that elderly woman. They were soldering the pieces of glass. They were making bangles. They were soldering glass. They were